Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the AkVasto Prime. Now, the way to get the AkVasto Prime is a little bit different to most other primed weapons, because instead of just getting the parts from relics and putting them together, you first need to construct two Vasto Primes from their respective relics, and then you need to get a special relic that's only obtainable from the Barakatir Void Trader or from other players that also bought it from Baro. This relic, which at the time of recording of this video is Axia 5, is the only thing that will drop you the link and blueprint required to combine the two Vastos into AkVasto Prime. These things may change in the future though, so I will leave a link to the Vasto Prime as well as the AkVasto Prime Wikipedia pages in the video description. And I would highly recommend you check them out when you're watching this video if you want to get this weapon to make sure the information is still correct. The AkVasto Prime are a pair of Mastery Rank 12 semi-automatic secondary pistols that have great critical stats, awesome status stats, and they do primarily slash with a little bit of impact and puncture on the side. They also come with reasonably high fire rate, really good accuracy if you exercise at least a little bit of trigger discipline, and they have a pretty fast reload too. When it comes to the build on the AkVasto Prime, I think the best way of doing things is to simply go with a hybrid setup where you focus on Viro and Slash, and you have one flexible slot, which I personally like to fill with hydraulic crosshairs for more reliable crit. But there are kind of like 4 mods that you can put in there that work pretty well. You can go with hydraulic crosshairs if you want more reliable crit, which is what I like. You can go with Scorch, which I don't think works all that well, but it does introduce the heat status effect into the equation, so you have more damage over time. You can go with Carnage Mandible, which will give you more reliable slash procs or status procs in general. Or you can go with Sharpened Bullets for an even higher crit multiplier, which is the highest potential damage you can get out of the weapon, but it's also going to make it less reliable because you're not going to have as much crit or status. So it's very much up to you, and it really changes the way the weapon feels because you can either have more reliable crit, more reliable status and slash in general, you can have different kinds of status being applied, or you can have highest potential damage even though it's going to be spikier and less reliable. And that's really cool. I like it when weapons don't just have one singular build that's the best in every situation, and you can actually play around with different stuff and make the weapons do what you want them to do without, actually losing anything, because all of these mod choices are fairly comparable, they just do damage in different ways. Now, the AkVasto Prime are absolutely fantastic. They're definitely in my top 5 secondary weapons in the entire game. They feel great, they look great, they sound great, they have a flexible build that you can tailor to what you want them to do, and the damage on them is just fantastic. They will blast through the entire game, including sorties. So if you get a chance to get these, I would highly recommend you do so. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.